Welcome to Peg Aderman Field on the campus of River Falls High School, and we are all jacked up over here. The sun is just now out, and the Hudson Raiders will take on your River Falls Wildcats. Wildcats come into today 3-2 on the season. They're coming off a great win against Somerset on Thursday. It was a 4-1 win. Audra Aderman was lights out inside the pitching circle. Aderman pitched all 7, just surrendered 3 hits, gave up 1 run, 1 walk, and struck out 5 Spartans. Aderman is 3-1 on the season on the rubber. She's pitched 23 2/3 innings, and she has a minuscule 1.81 ERA, Chantel.
That is pretty amazing. It's very impressive.
Yeah, she's 23 strikeouts on the year, about a 2-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, so I'm sure Coach Fletcher is happy about that number.
Very happy with that number.
Yeah.
And the defense is playing solid defense too, so if she's able to just ground out those kids, and we're happy with that too.
Yeah, and speaking of the Wildcat defense, they've been playing outstanding. They've had some numerous solid plays in the field, kind of leading the charge behind the plate. Reagan Schurz has been outstanding at the catcher's position.
Can't say anything bad about Reagan Schurz.
No.
She works so hard, and she's a competitor. She's a fierce competitor.
Yeah, the Raiders come into today 2-3. They beat Ellsworth and Chippewa Falls, and they lost to Chip Falls in the other game, DC Everest and Mosinee. We're going to do the lineups, and then we'll get to the anthem and get to the game. So leading off for the Raiders and playing center field, number 1, Carly Meyer. Batting second and playing shortstop, number 16, Allie Dombrowski. Batting third and pitching this afternoon, number 10, Brenna Oberly. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, number 13, Bianca Nemero. Batting fifth, the second baseman, number 15, Breslin Mills. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 4, Kalia Kemp. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 8, Paige Adrian. Batting 8th, the designated player, number 17, Alex Hubble. And batting 9th, the catcher, number 6, Zoe Gulick. And the flex player playing in right field today, number 5, Scarlett Kelly. And starting for your Wildcats, pretty similar lineup that we saw last game against the Spartans. Leading off and catching this afternoon, number 34, Reagan Schurz. Batting second, the third baseman, number 11, Mo Kibble. Batting third, the shortstop, number 14, Ava Larson. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 10, Kaylee Barris. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 8, Brenna Clifton. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 2, Hudson Walker. Batting seventh, the designated player, number 24, Danny Pellinger. She had a big-time RBI single against Somerset on Thursday. And batting eighth, the left fielder, number 3, Kenna Cook. And batting ninth, the center fielder, number 6, Caitlin Moe. And pitching this afternoon, number 1 in your game programs, number 1 in your hearts, and number 1 for the Wildcats in the pitching department, Audra Aderman. And we're going to get to the national anthem, and we'll get to some BRC softball here in just a couple of moments. It's kind of amazing how how much greener the grass got just from Thursday.
Yeah,
when we were out here, when we were out here Thursday, it was at a pretty brown tint to it still, and boy, it's not all the way green, but it's pretty close, Steve.
Yeah, I'd say it's spring is here. Hopefully we're not going to have any more cold snaps.
It's a gorgeous day out here at Peg Aderman Field. Raiders and Wildcats about ready to do battle. Hudson comes in today at 2-3. They're 1-1, and BRC are 3-2, and they're also 1-1 in conference play. Audra Aderman is heading to the rubber, and she's ready to fire some strikes for the Wildcats tonight. Reagan Schur's behind the plate. They're the battery tonight for River Falls. And for those just joining us, Chantel, Steve, talk about the job Reagan Schur's has done behind the plate. I've been so impressed with her. I talked to the assistant coach, which also happens to be her dad, on Thursday. No, it was Friday. I'm sorry, Friday after the Somerset game. And I'm impressed with everything she does behind the plate. She's just such a strong catcher, and it's a big part. It's a big part of the winning formula for a softball team.
Absolutely. As the catcher, she's the leader on the field out there. She can see everything, so she's vocal. She does a very good job of going out and talking to her pitcher when she needs to, calling time, kind of settling her in, talking about what pitches to throw, things like that. She's got a heck of an arm on her, so yeah. I don't know if I'd steal.
That's well, and that's one of the big things. I mean, just not blocking and keeping the ball from hitting the backstop, but you know, if a pitcher gets a walk or there's an error in the field or even a hit, it keeps runners out of scoring position because it's tough to steal on her. She's got an absolute rifle behind the plate, and it's a quick release. It's
fundamentally she is so sound.
She's a good catcher.
She doesn't make a whole lot of errors or mistakes.
Leading off for the Raiders here in the top of the first, the center fielder Carly Meyer. The top three hitters for really the top four hitters. Aderman gets a strike right out of the gate.
That's a good way to start.
Meyer, Dombrowski, and Oberle, they have been crushing the ball. Meyerly batting .467 on the season. She scored 10 runs with 5 RBI, 5 hits so far this year, but Meyer's 7 for 15. She has been on the base paths all season so far in the 5 games for head coach Brian Schwab. What's he doing now?
Oh, he's done this before. He's got the umpire already out talking to Audra about her feet.
What does he think she's doing?
He'll come up with something.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, seen that before.
Just to try to get in the pitch. Well,
yep.
One of the things too, when Audra was a freshman or sophomore, that probably may have worked, but she's a seasoned veteran senior, and I don't think any coaching shenanigans from the opposite side are going to be.
If anything, it'll fire her up a little bit more.
I bet she's thinking, we've been here before.
Yeah, she's not going to take anything.
Well, I don't even know if it fires up as a pitcher. You just stay like even keeled, and it just kind of goes in one ear and out the other.
This is a tough out right here. She's probably got to be top.
Carly Meyer, one of the top hitters in the BRC for sure. That pitch a little high. That runs the count. 2-2 to Carly Meyer. Yeah, Meyer and the next batter here in the on-deck circle, Allie Dombrowski. That's the top 2 hitters for the Raiders. Coach Schwab has, and they've got about 3 or 4 hitters that hit the ball pretty well. After that, I'm not saying they're not good hitters, but they, average-wise and hit-wise, they kind of come back to earth a little bit for the rest of the lineup. But yeah, these first few hitters that the Raiders have, they put the bat on the ball, no doubt about it.
Yeah, this number 1 is quick as a cat, too.
I like how Audra's keeping the ball inside on this girl.
Full count to Carly Meyer to lead off the game. Both teams coming in so far early in the season, but both teams 1-1 in Big Rivers Conference play. The Wildcats split with Eau Claire North, and Hudson split with Chippewa Falls. That changeup just a little high, a little outside, and Carly Meyer draws a walk, and we're probably, Chantel, we're probably going to see Reagan Schur's arm right here, right out of the gate.
Gets to show it off a little, I would suspect, yeah.
So next up for the Raiders, the shortstop, Allie Dombrowski. Dombrowski hitting .474 this year. She scored 6 runs, has 6 RBI, and a walk. She's 9 for 19 on the year. Aderman's first pitch just a little low, little inside. Yeah, I think any one of you three can elaborate on it, but I think, even if the Raiders,
She's going.
oh boy, you're not kidding, Paul. That
Yeah, she's
Cardi
fast.
Meyer is quick as a cat, not a wildcat, but just a regular cat.
I think that's smart for Reagan to hold that. I don't, there's probably no chance of.
She kind of had a little
Getting her
delayed
there.
steal, didn't she? And I don't know if Schurz knew she was going right away, and then
It was a little hesitation, yeah.
Dombrowski at the plate, count even up at 1-1. Aderman with the pitch.
Hit her in the
Good,
box.
yeah, good fastball right on the inside part of the plate, and Dombrowski fouled it right off of her calf.
So we got baseball playing at the same time today too. So if we have to,
Always-
might have some stoppage of play.
Always some foul
Always
balls coming in both sides. I think more so
interesting
from
and
the
fun.
softball field with the right-handed hitters fouling them off late.
Yeah. Baseball was supposed to play at Menominee today.
That's a solid single from Dombrowski.
Ooh, what are we doing?
And that Kenna Cook in left field looked like she was trying to throw it to Larson, but then she turned her head right away, so then she just threw it right into the ground, and that enabled Dombrowski to scamper over to second. Meyer didn't advance, but Dombrowski goes to second after the single. Solid single to left. And
Can't handle the high heat from Audrey Ederman.
yeah, Oberle's hitting actually the highest average, but Oberle's hitting 625 on the year with 2 runs, 6 RBI, and a walk.
That is
And like I
impressive.
said, after this, it starts to. After that, it kind of comes back to earth.
So you're saying you don't think she'll bunt?
I don't think she will with runners on second and third. I'm guessing with
And
nobody
a
out.
625 RBI.
And she's
batting
10 for
average.
16 on the year. Aderman gets her sign from Schurz. Roxanne delivers that one just a bit inside. Home plate umpire Jim Selt calling a solid game so far. Jim Selt's been up in softball and baseball and ref and basketball for probably close to 4 decades.
Many,
No
many
kidding.
years.
He was a long-time principal at Glenwood City High School.
Ooh.
Lives in River Falls.
Okay.
His brother Mike owns Captain Jack's Bar and Grill down
yeah?
in, which used to be Ben Dilly's.
I just saw on Facebook the Wisconsin dive bar guy just went to Captain Jack's.
Yeah, it's if you haven't been to Captain Jack's yet, I recommend it.
Oh,
They've
it's a
got
fun
great
bar.
food there. They have great food. That walk to Oberle, probably not a bad thing. It does load the bases, however, it gets force out. And next up for the Raiders is Bianca Nimero, the first baseman. Nimero batting 188 on the year, 3 for 16. She has 2 runs scored and 2 RBI. Nimero fouls that one off 0-1.
They're definitely aggressive in the box, Craig. They go right after that first
Yep.
pitch a lot of the times, and
Well,
they're looking to hit. They're looking
Chantel, that's an astute observation by you because looking at their stats too, actually the Raiders don't have a lot of walks.
Yeah.
Carly Meyer has 5, but other than that, it's they
they're
like
looking
to
to swing,
They
yeah.
swing. Yeah, up and down the lineup. I mean, if one walk or 0, most it's pretty. That walk number is low, other than their leadoff hitter Carly Meyer. Nimero pops that one out to first, and after a hop, skip, and a
Hop,
jump
skip,
in
and
the
a
glove
jump.
from
And
Kaylee,
hot potato.
yeah,
over
Kaylee
there.
Barris, but out number 1. And the Raiders are going to get a courtesy runner for Oberle.
Well, we needed
And
that
that-
out for sure.
Yeah, number 3, Mallory Bazanson. There's a Bazanson that umpires, does a lot of baseball umpiring. I wonder if that's his daughter.
I don't know.
I was just emailing that guy today to ump some River Falls grouper games, Paul. Jamie Bazanson is the. So now batting for the Raiders, the second baseman, Breslin Mills. Mills swings through a Aderman fastball and misses. Mills 4 for 14 on the year, batting .286 with 3 runs scored and 5 RBI.
Oh, you got it up good.
The bases are full of Raiders. There's one down here in the top of the first. Aderman misses a little low and inside. evens up the count 1 apiece. Boy, this would be a big out right here.
It would be.
Yeah.
A little infield fly or a Coach Fletcher maybe even has her fingers crossed for a strikeout. Aderman takes her sign and delivers. There's a foul ball straight back right over Chantel Dulas.
I was ready. I thought it was coming at me, actually.
Well, there's a lot of people dragging in late. I saw my in-laws go to the parking lot at 4 o'clock, and there was no spots, and they just got here now.
Well, with baseball, well, there's probably 4 games going on in the 5 Diamonds here, so it's a busy place to be.
Aderman's pitch.
Just keep it. Stay with it.
Mo Kibble got a glove on it, kind of ricocheted off of it, stayed in the infield, but the E5 is going to score 1 run.
That would have been tailor-made double play.
Yeah, Carly Meyer scores. And Breslin Mills reaches first. Everybody moves over. Is it 45 feet? 60 feet.
60 feet.
Yeah, moves over 60
Amila.
feet. Kalia Kemp now at the plate for the Raiders.
Oh.
That's a solid hit to left, but Kenna Cook
it in
coming in on it,
power.
can't quite get there.
Get your cuts.
And that's the second run is across. Dombrowski scores on
Well,
the
we're gonna
single by Kemp.
We're going to score some runs today, so we just got to
Yeah.
cut this to a minimum here, and we'll be all right.
Yeah, I don't think 2 runs is definitely going to win this game for any question. Now batting for the Raiders, the third baseman, Paige Adrian. Adrian batting .444 on the year. 7 runs scored, 3 RBI. She's 8 for 18 on the year. That first pitch was ball 1. So bases still loaded, 1 down, 2-0 Raiders so far. That one popped up to third. Mo Kibble's got a beat on it and makes the play over in foul territory for out number 2.
That was a big out.
Yeah, that was a big out, Chantel.
I mean, I think Mo Kibble could just run through the fence if she really wanted to go get those balls.
Alex Hubble now at the plate. She's a designated player for the Raiders, and she's first at bat on the season, according to Game Changer.
You don't generally throw behind the runners, but the girl on first has big. Wouldn't surprise me if for a third out if Shears tried it.
The question is Barris ready for that?
I think you have to be. I mean, it's not like she throws down once; she throws down all the time.
Yeah.
1-1 the count. Aderman checks her sign from Shears. Roxanne delivers. There's a slow ground ball hit to third, and Mo Kibble will step
Takes the
on
easy
third
out.
for the third out. 5 unassisted if you're scoring at home. So the Raiders get 2 runs on 2 hits. They leave 3, so Wildcats got out of a little bit of a jam there. 2-0, Raiders over the Wildcats as we head into the bottom of the first.
How about some sponsors?
That'd be a great idea. We'd love to say thanks to our sponsors for River Falls Softball.
Thank you, thank you.
Would like to thank the following sponsors for supporting our broadcast of today's game. Johnny's Bar in downtown River Falls is a proud supporter of Wildcat Softball. Looking for your new favorite hangout? Come on down to Johnny's Bar, where good friends, cold drinks, and great times go hand in hand. When life throws you a curve, whether it's a fender bender, a hailstorm, or a new home adventure, you need someone who's got your back. You can trust Jared Hines and his team at American Family Insurance in downtown Ellsworth. Accidents happen, and when they do, call Jared and protect your crash with the stash. Looking to move in?
And we're back.
That's cool.
All right, thanks once again to our
Oh, really?
sponsors for River Falls Softball.
For all of us.
Parents?
Due up for the Wildcats here in the bottom of the first inning. The catcher, Reagan Shears, the third baseman, Mo Kibble, and the shortstop, Ava Larson. Shears batting .250 on the season. She scored 4 runs and has an RBI. She's 4 for 16. Shears she went 0 for 3 on Friday against Somerset, but hit the ball hard 2 times, two times for sure.
Yeah.
Law of averages would mean she's going to have a breakout game tonight.
There we go.
I would take that. Brenna Oberly on the mound for in the circle for the Raiders. I had a pitching sheet for her. I did not, but I'll go look it up real quick.
Nice.
There's a solid, sharp single up the middle, courtesy of Reagan Schurz, and that'll start things off for the Wildcats here in the bottom of the first.
That's a good start we need right there.
Third baseman, Mo Kibble. Mo base runner, Chantel.
Mo line drives.
I thought that was pretty funny the other night.
Kibble takes a second strike. 0-2 the count to senior Mo Kibble.
I was thinking he was looking to the base ump to call that, but I guess he just called that a strike, huh?
Didn't need any help. Get there, get there.
Ground ball to third, kind of booted a little bit.
Nice.
And Mo Kibble is going to reach first base on an error by third baseman Paige Adrian.
Nice hustle by Mo Kibble there. You know, hard hit ball like that, it could have looked easily like
So with 2 on and nobody out, it brings up the hottest Wildcat in the building, the shortstop Ava Larson. Ava Larson batting a crisp, clean, cool .429 on the year. She has 4 runs scored, 5 RBI, and 2 home runs.
She's got a smoking hot bat right now, and we got to keep that going all season. I was talking to her grandpa on the way in, and he said, I just love watching her play. That's the only thing he said.
I talked to Ava's.
That did not work well.
So Reagan Schurz is going to try to swipe third. I was looking down at the book, and was that a little bit of a
It was a fake bunt steal call.
Gotcha, okay.
Yeah, but shortstop for Hudson played it perfectly and was there ready for the ball.
So 1 down now. There's a pass ball, and Mo Kibble's going to scoot on over to third base. So Kibble at third, Larson in the box, and Brenna Oberly in the circle for the Raiders. A sac fly, a single, or an infield hit will probably cut this game in half.
After that play, you got to be thinking that Reagan's pretty down about that, kind of frustrated with herself. But it's good to see Coach Fletcher over there talking to her a lot. They talk through things right away. She's really good at reading her players really well and kind of saying the right thing to get them, hey, we're moving on now. Next play, right? It's over, move on.
Yeah, well, when you test that play, you know the shortstop is going to cover it.
Yep.
Now. So not all shortstops are good
No,
at
it's
doing that.
half the time the base is wide open, so it's a gamble.
Yeah,
And you got to figure it out right away.
And again, like, you know, there was they made a good play.
Yes,
Hudson
they
made
did
a good defensive play there. So Ava will saunter on over to second.
She could have did a cartwheel out there, I think.
So
on
What
the
do they
way.
call? What do they call that new thing where the kids run and they act like their feet don't touch the ground?
Oh, I know what you're saying. Yeah,
That's what
like
that's
the
what it's going to look like.
yeah,
Back to the Future,
like the skywalk or something. Maybe
Skywalk.
is that what it is? I don't
the
know.
Marty
Yeah.
McFly hoverboard run.
I mean, I should know this working in a middle school, but
I was just going to say that.
Is that a strike or a ball?
2-0 the count according to the Clifton scoreboard over there in right
I
field.
call it a strike.
2 balls, no strikes.
There's a changeup from Oberly and gets Kaylee Barris swinging.
Well, must be 2-2.
Barris batting .357 on the year, 5 for 14. She scored 2 runs. That one lofted foul. It's into the JV field and lands right over by the third baseline over there on River Falls Junior Varsity Baseball playing Menominee this afternoon.
Yeah, as I was saying earlier, it was supposed to be in Menominee, but with all the rain that they got yesterday, their fields were not playable today, so they had to switch them over to the
I think we
River
got a full
Falls High
count.
School.
It seems like a full count.
Game
think it's a
changer
full
says
count.
full count.
Okay.
So we'll go with that.
3 balls, 2 strikes to Barris.
And Jess Olson runs the game changer, and she is phenomenal.
Barris
at
hits
that.
a single, or excuse me, 1 to third. Vacuumed up by Paige Adrian over there at the 3 bag, but scores a run. Mo Kibble scores from third.
I think we were pretty fortunate she didn't look home. She did not look at home, and I think she had a play there.
I think that ball going up to her
Yeah.
glove side a little bit, she maybe thought, I won't be able to.
Yeah, and I think
pick
the
this up
Raiders
cleanly.
traded an out for a run there. They were making sure they got out number 2. Brenna Clifton now at the plate for the Wildcats. She's playing right field this afternoon.
That changeup by Oberly is pretty dirty.
Clifton batting .294 on the season with 3 RBI. Has a home run and scored 5 runs.
Ooh.
She takes strike 2 on the outside corner. Clifton down 0-2 early here.
I thought I saw a few of those pitches when we were on defense.
Seemed a little high to me from here,
Yeah.
but we don't have a good angle.
We didn't get that call.
Brenna
earlier,
Oberly
huh?
takes her sign and delivers. There's a fastball on outside part of the plate. Clifton swings through it, and that'll do it for the Wildcats in the bottom of the first inning. But they cut the score in half. 2-1's your score. Wildcats scored 1 run on 1 hit and 1 walk. They left 1, and we'll head to the top of the second, Steve.
That's
Yeah.
a solid response by the Wildcats there after giving up 2, having bases loaded several times at the top of that first inning, and then coming back and scoring 1, making some and hitting the ball well. That's a big comeback.
Yeah,
right
I
there.
think I
Big
think
response.
coming into this game, you know, you have to kind of know the top of the Hudson lineup is gonna
be
produce
tough.
some hits and runs. So you try to limit those numbers that they get, take care of business with the rest, but you're gonna have to hit the ball today. There's no doubt about it.
A longtime Wildcat softball coach and special ed teacher at the high school, Rick Hansen's in the building. He coached here for a very long time.
Yeah,
A long time
and his
ago.
wife Shauna, and I played with Rick for about 20 years. He's a legendary
is,
fast pitch
yeah.
player. He doesn't look like it, and I tell him that, but he is. He's good.
His daughter Michaela is coaching a lot of softball, I think, in
Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma, yeah. She's doing a lot of softball. She was also a Wildcat alumni, great catcher, and man, that girl could hit the ball.
Yeah.
Leading off for the Raiders in the top of the second, the catcher Zoe Gullick. Gullick batting .083 on the season. She's 1 for 12 with a run scored. That Aderman fastball just missed on the inside part of the plate. Chantel, do you know how long Brian Schwab's been roughly coaching over at Hudson?
I don't think it's been too long, because
For sure,
Jim
his 4th year.
was there before him. Yeah, 3rd or 4th? 4th?
I
Yeah.
remember Audra's freshman
Okay.
year. They had another one of those pitching encounters with him.
1-1 the count to Gullick. Aderman checks Shears' sign, rocks and delivers. That one kind of popped up, squibbing, and that's a sort of a CNI's single for the number 9 hitter, Zoe Gullick. Kind of off the fist and just
Found some
hit
grass.
it right where they weren't. So Gullick at first. Carly Meyer now at the plate. She walked and scored in the first inning. And the Raiders have a pinch runner for Gullick, the catcher. Number 11, Nora Hoffbauer.
She's a freshman.
Pitch running for the Raiders, number 11, Nora Hoffbauer.
Meyer in the box takes a solid swing and rips a single to left. That was a good inside fastball. Meyer just
Turned on it.
turned on it and ripped it out to Cook in left field.
Well, Hudson came to swing. No
Yeah,
question about that.
Yeah, they're going to do that.
Speaking of
So-
freshmen, it looks like Hudson has about 13 freshmen on their whole roster. That's a huge class.
Now batting for the Raiders with nobody out and runners on second and first. The shortstop, Ali Dombrowski. Dombrowski takes a strike on the outside part of the plate. Great crowd here today.
They keep trickling in on this beautiful sunshiny day.
Boy, a couple days ago this weekend, I was looking at the week forecast, and it completely changed. Yesterday, today, tomorrow, it was just completely changed. There's a bunt. Mo Kibble comes in to make the play, and that is an absolute perfect bunt off the bat of Allie Dombrowski. That's an infield single.
Yeah, he couldn't have placed that better.
That'll load the bases up for the Raiders, and pitcher Brenna Oberly comes to the plate. Oberly walked in the first inning, did not score. Bases loaded, nobody out, so the Raiders making some waves in the top of the first and here again in the top of the second. There's right back to Aderman, throws it to home for one. Schurz
and a
rips
play.
it over to first.
What a great
for the
play.
1, 2, 3 double play.
It looked like she hesitated there a little bit, like, oh crap, I gotta go home.
Her eyes were big for a second, but two crisp throws that helped that play out. That's a big play.
Yep, that was huge.
Bianca Nemero.
That'll get that Kitty City energy going.
So runners at second and third, 2 down now, and first baseman Bianca Nemero at the plate. She takes a rip, misses that one, or fouls it off right into Scherz's glove. Big time play for Audra Aderman and the Wildcats there. The 1, 2, 3 double play. Little changeup right on the outside part of the plate. Painted the black. Aderman up 0-2 to Nemero. Aderman checks her sign from Schurz. Probably not going to see too much to hit here.
Yeah.
Outside fastball right on the black. And Audra Aderman comes up with a huge second inning. The Raiders had bases loaded and nobody out, and they did not score a run here in the top of the second at Peg Aderman Field.
Audra came to play. Look at her dancing and singing over there.
I think Nemero was kind of looking for a waste pitch there.
I don't think she was looking for that one, for sure.
And Aderman hit that right on the black.
That was beautiful.
We'll do up for the Wildcats here in the bottom of the second inning. The second baseman, Hudson Walker, designated player Danny Pellinger, and left fielder Kenna Cook.
Yeah, for right now.
Sounds like hits.
Yeah, top of the second inning. The Raiders had 3 hits, scored no runs, and left 2.
You got to make sure these
after the signature 1, 2, 3 double play that started.
They practiced that.
That was crisp. That was very pretty.
Oh, okay. So this is what turns on each wireless.
Yep, that allows the sound.
And again, too,
which I have, and I'll show that.
No mistakes at all for the Wildcats in the field. Again, it was just a kind of a C&I single, nothing you can do about that. And then the hitting machine, Carly Murphy, with a shot to left. That's a solid base hit. And then a bunt, just a perfect bunt. But Wildcats leave 3 Raiders stranded.
You're coming old school with that. You said Carly Murphy.
Oh, I'm sorry, Carly Meyer.
You called that name probably a time or
Sorry
two,
about
maybe,
that.
huh?
I did.
Back in the day?
Yep.
Hooper?
Yeah, I'm glad you're keeping me up to date
It's my
here.
job, isn't it? Gotta make you look good.
It is your job. Hudson Walker at the plate. She has a sharp ground ball to second base, but
Off the big.
Throw pulled that first baseman
umpire
off.
Ian Stick calls Walker out. Close play.
That makes you look good.
It is your job. Good play by Breslin Mills at second. Hudson Walker at the plate. She has a sharp ground ball to second base.
Oh, I couldn't tell if she tagged her or if she got to throw it. Yeah. First baseman
Umpire
off.
Boy, you gotta like Danny Pellinger's
Yeah,
walk-up
that's a
music, don't
walk-up
ya?
song.
Black Sabbath.
I don't think her dad had anything to do with that, did he?
Danny Pellinger with possibly some of the greatest walk-up music that I've seen here in recent years. A little War Pigs from Black Sabbath. Danny Pellinger's been on the war path lately at the plate. She was 1 for 3 with a big RBI on Friday against Somerset. She takes that one inside, runs the count 2-0.
I think we just need a quick lesson with Giebel for all of our players on how to turn that butt into that pitch. Would you say Giebel's an all-time hit-by-pitch leader?
The
Brian
meaty
Giebel
part?
is not only the all-time hit-by-pitch leader in the WBA, but also the all-time home run leader.
I can believe it. He's fun to watch bat.
According to Lucas Ludke,
Oh,
Pellinger takes that pitch on the outside part of the plate, 3-1. That was a take all the way.
Looks like JV's having some Wi-Fi issues there, down there. Yeah, they're frozen.
Well, that's one thing we have.
Oberly checks her sign. Roxanne delivers. Pellinger takes that one on the outside part of the plate for strike number 2, runs the count full. One down here in the bottom of the second. Wildcats down 2-1. The crowd is growing, and it is festive. Pellinger draws a walk.
That's a nice at-bat at Danny.
That's a great
Yeah.
at-bat.
Up 3-0, she doesn't get aggressive. Neither of those strikes were real solid strikes. You know, they were on the edges, so it's a good piece of bat.
Well, with Pellinger on first base, now batting the left fielder, Kenna Cook. Kenna Cook takes that, looked a little low. Home plate umpire Jim Sell called that one a strike at the knees.
Wouldn't surprise me if we bunted here.
I think that's what a 1-1-3 might be. Not gonna give out.
0-1 the
signs,
count to Kenna Cook. Cook squares around to bunt, goes foul. Strike 2. Coach Fletcher yelling some encouragement. Is Kenna Cook a senior?
Senior.
but Senior, yep.
Yeah, to the senior. I was pretty sure she was a senior. Thanks for the verification.
Yeah,
Coach Dulas.
it's a big senior class. There's a total of 8 of them this year.
8 seniors for the Wildcats. That one a little low, and that wild pitch is going to allow Pellinger to get to second base, so
That's a better,
no harm, no foul on the foul ball bunt.
No, it's better than a bunt. Now we got another hack at it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Kenna Cook takes a rip at that one, fouls it off just over the first base dugout. Boy, it is absolutely gorgeous today.
First time I haven't worn long johns.
Coach Fletcher is donning a short sleeve shirt, no jacket today.
No jacket today. No wind.
No
which is
parka,
nice.
no hood. Kenna Cook
She
lays
drilled it
into that
deep.
one, going back, and with a 2-run homer in the bottom of the second.
Look at her mom jump. Her mom is about ready to jump out of the bleachers.
Kenna Cook got a hold of that one, got all of it, and sent a towering moonshot to left field
I would.
for a 2-run RBI home run.
That was a message to the coach. I ain't bunting no more.
Yeah.
Fielder number 6, Caitlin Moore.
McKenna Cook didn't want to bunt anyway, Paul. She wanted to swing away, and she did just that.
That was
And that gives the
beautiful.
Wildcats a 3-2 lead.
Her little sister just ran over and gave her mom the biggest hug. Now she's hugging her dad. Yeah.
Well, like we talked about in the first part of the first inning, I don't think 3 runs is going to do it either because both teams swing the bat extremely well. And Oberly and Aderman are both solid pitchers. But when you got half the lineup hitting over 400, that makes it tough.
Good
Oberly
things.
gets that strike to go.
Good things happen when you put the ball in play.
Caitlin Moe at the plate for the Wildcats. Moe hitting .417 on the season with 5 RBI, and she has a home run as well. She's 5 for 12 on the year. 1-2 the count to the Wildcat center fielder.
That's got to be so exciting for Kenna in the dugout. I bet they're just living that up in there.
Well, you can tell when a ball get that change up quite a bit outside and high. When you square a ball up and you get all of it, you can tell it in
Feels good, right? off the
0.1
bat.
seconds. Whoa!
Holy
Good
smokes.
gracious.
It was like 4 lives were just
Whoa.
almost killed. They were almost done.
That was a foul ball from the JV field that came inches away from drilling somebody in the head.
Caitlin sends one back.
Caitlin returns the favor.
Yeah.
This is the biggest danger zone.
Oh,
in
gosh. Yeah.
the
I'm glad
history
I'm
of
up in the
danger
booth.
zones.
That's all I have to say.
We got the
Glad I'm-
safest seat in the house.
Glad I'm covered.
I think that foul ball woke everybody up in the crowd. They're like, hey, should we move down
I would sit
down the line?
sideways.
You almost have to have like a student over here with a glove just kind of just kind of watching the other game so they
The
can
foul
look at
ball
look at
person?
foul balls.
Yeah.
Or put a net up, one of the two.
That would be a
But a student
good,
worker with a
solid
glove,
solution.
a couple of them, like sitting right here looking at the field. Somebody's going to get whacked in the head.
Oh, man.
Oh, just missed.
That was a solid changeup from Brenna Oberly, and that's Mo goes down on swings. And now batting with 2 down, nobody on. The catcher, Reagan Schurz had a sharp single to center in her first at bat.
I feel like our announcer, Angie Clifton, has got a little more pep in her step today. She's fired up down there.
She got fired up with that Kennecook home run, too.
I mean, who wouldn't?
I think what did it was the Black Sabbath War Pigs walk-up music by Danny Pellinger. It just, after the Pellinger walk,
Everybody gets happy.
The electricity just got ramped up here at Peg Aderman Field.
Hard to believe, but I'm going to open the door to get some fresh air in here.
Yeah.
Warm in there.
Yeah.
It hasn't been the case.
No.
2-0
This
the
is
count
first
to
warm-
Reagan
Really
Schurz,
warm day.
the super sophomore catcher. That pitch a little low, 3-0.
Yeah.
I'm confused how that baseball got over here.
Mo
Was it a
Kibble
throw?
waiting on deck.
It looked like it was throwing the way the angle it came
Yeah.
in, but it was spinning like crazy.
Oberly, the pitch, and that one a little inside. And Schurz draws a walk. She has reached base twice this afternoon.
Mama Jana Walker is delivering the Kennecook home run ball to Lindsay. That's a beautiful sight.
Mo Kibble now at the plate. She reached on an error in the first and scored. Schurz on first, 2 down. Oberly fires that one right down Cemetery Road.
We haven't seen a lot of power out of Kibble yet this year, but
And she got a late start. She was out finishing up her hockey season, and
Then had a broken finger.
yeah, she has a little hairline fracture on her finger, which
Get
can't
back.
feel good.
where I was going is we will at some point.
Yes.
There you go.
It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Yeah, that can's about to bust open pretty soon here.
Catcher Zoe Gullett goes over and gets a few words of wisdom from Raider head coach Brian Schwab. The pitch from Oberly fouled straight back. Mo Kibble was all over that one. Just missed it. Oh, 2 the count. Got a changeup right over the heart of the plate. And that should be out number 3. The catcher,
Yeah.
Zoe Gulick, thought it was 2 outs,
Let me
but
show
it's
you how to
3.
do that. Hey, Greg, let's do some the rest of the sponsors
Let's
here.
hit it.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so I go down.
Or move up? Connect with Sarah Jenkins and Property Executives Realty, your hometown expert. Visit sarahjenkins.com today and let Sarah help you find your way home. Allie and the Massa Mortgage Team is your trusted partner in navigating the complex world of home financing. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, looking to refinance, or navigating a complex financial situation, Allie's team is here to guide you every step of the way. River City Stitch offers premium on-site custom embroidery, screen printing, promotional items, and graphic design services in River Falls and Prescott. A proud supporter of Wildcat softball and sponsor of the River City Stitch Baller of the Game, you can trust Callie and her team for all your promotional needs. River Falls Wildcat softball.
Right now,
Mila.
All right, in the
Yeah.
bottom of the second, the Wildcats they had 2 hits and 2 walks.
Sit on.
They left 1, and they scored 2 runs, so they take a 3-2 lead as we head into the top of the 3rd. Welcome for everybody joining us on the River Falls Sports Broadcasting YouTube network, alongside Paul Aderman, Steve Pellinger, Chantel Dulas.
Hey, hey.
I'm Greg Peters, and we're happy to bring you some BRC softball action on a gorgeous Tuesday afternoon here in River Falls, Wisconsin. Second baseman Breslin Mills is going to lead off the top of the 3rd for Hudson. Wildcats had 2 shots in the arm, and I think like It happened earlier this season. You guys, you and Paul have talked about it, where he makes a couple of big plays in the field, and then you come in and the bats kind of wake up for whatever reason.
Yeah, that defense fuels your offense.
Yeah, so in the top of the second, the Wildcats got a 1-2-3 double play that started with a hit back to Aderman, and then that put the fire out. The Raiders had bases loaded with nobody out in the top of the second, and they did not score. And then when they come in, the number 8 hitter, Kenna Cook, hit a 2-run home run, and there it stands. Wildcats 3,
And there you go.
Raiders 2 here in the top of 3. Been a fun game.
Lots of hits, lots of scoring.
There's been foul balls coming from the junior varsity baseball field that keeping everybody definitely on their toes. That fastball right on the outside part of the plate.
She lives
Runs the
there.
count to 3-1.
That's going to be her money right there.
Aderman checks the sign, delivers that
Yeah,
fastball right
that's it.
at the letters for strike 2.
I'd say it seems like he's got a little bit higher zone
Yes.
than the
Yeah.
last few umps we've
Yep.
seen, but he's calling it
And,
from both sides.
and technically that is a lot of umps, but technically that's how the letter reads. The letter of the strike needs the letters, but a lot of them won't call that letter strike.
That high
I think
pitch.
Audra's trying to be a lot more precise. I mean, she had 1 walk last game, and she's got to have 4, if not 5, this game.
So after the walk to Mills, it brings up the left fielder Kalia Kemp.
Be ready for a bunt here.
Kemp
Mo.
singled in the first. There's a strike right on the outside part of the plate. 0-1 the count to Kemp. Kemp hitting .462 on the season. She's 6 for 13 with 4 RBI, 4 runs scored. She squares around a bunt, fouls that back.
Jess Olson on Game Changer has her at 3 walks, Paul.
Oh,
1 strikeout
seemed like
and 5 hits.
It seemed like 5 walks.
That's
to
a
me.
dad thing to say.
I have her for 3 walks.
Jess Olson down there in the dugout is the best in the biz for Game Changer.
Yes.
What a fire.
And that was a perfect 0-2 pitch for Aderman. It was just off the plate. So even if Kemp does get a bat on it, it's gonna not be a pitch that she can do a whole lot with. Shears almost picked off Mills at first.
Gotta keep her guessing over there.
There's a lazy fly ball to center, and Caitlin Moe is under that, corrals it for out number 1 for the Wildcats. So with 1 down and Mills on first base, it brings up the third baseman, Paige Adrian. Adrian grounded out to Mo Kivel in the first inning.
I think she had a pretty outstanding year last year for her to be down in the lineup this far.
Well, and looking at Paige Adrian has been hitting in the 3-hole, I think every game this year so far, but this game she moved down. It might be a little coaching strategy moving her to, but yeah, Paige, she's hitting .474 on the year with 6 RBIs and 6 runs scored, and she's been hitting in the 2-hole every other game but this game.
Okay.
Just changing things up a little.
I think and you can see that.
And that's the reason why, huh?
That's one reason why Adrian's hitting .474. That was a frozen rope single to center, and Adrian drives in Mills, and that will tie the game up at 3 apiece.
Player number 17, Alex Hubble.
And now batting with 1 down, Alex Hubble, she grounded to Kivel was unassisted tag at third. She's 0 for 1. She's 0 for 1 on the season as well. That was her first at bat on the year. So Adrian on first, Hubble at the plate, Aderman in the circle. Here's the pitch. A little high, ball 1.
Runner's getting a pretty good jump over there. It wouldn't surprise me to see Shears throw it down.
Shears did take a peek over there. I saw her. She looked again. 1-1 the count to Alex Hubble. Hubble's a junior. Roster lists her as a pitcher and a first baseman. There's a ground ball to second. Could be two. There's one. And Hudson Walker thrown over. Hubble beats that one out.
Nice try.
Great job getting that lead runner. Hudson Walker's there ready for the little underhand flip from Ava to keep one runner on at first.
Yeah, getting the first one's big.
Yeah.
No question about it.
So 2 down. Alex Hubble on first and Zoe Gulick at the plate. She singled in the second, did not score. That fastball from Aderman fouled back off the fence. 0-1 the count to the number 9 hitter in the Raider lineup.
I see Ariel Vesterers is watching the game.
Yeah.
Sent me a text.
Gulick fouled that one back as well. Aderman up 0-2 in the count. 2 down here in the top of the third. Score tied up at 3 apiece. You can see Director Steve Pellinger's gorgeous scoreboard right on your screen.
I think so. Nope, you can't. Now you can.
You can't see,
Now you can.
The fans watching the game cannot see Director Steve Pellinger, but I can assure you he is an Adonis,
Oh boy.
an absolute Adonis. He shaved his beard off and he looks like
did.
he's 15 years younger.
I don't feel 15 years younger.
There's a sharp hit to right,
There
and
we go. Can of corn.
Brenna Clifton made a great play. She first went in, then she went back on it. But yeah, that was a Zoe Gulick connected on that one. Great play by Brenna Clifton in right field.
Those hot line drives that are coming straight at you are really tough to read as an outfielder, but she played that really well. Brenna Clifton is having a phenomenal season in right field.
Absolutely. So the Raiders get 1 hit, and there's 1 walk. They leave 1 and get 1 across, so score is tied up at 3 apiece here as we head to the bottom of the third. Wildcats due up in the bottom of the third. Ava Larson, Kaylee Barris, and Brenna Clifton. How many times have you seen it? The player makes a play in the field, and they're coming up to the plate.
There you go.
Well, one of our sponsors, one of our softball sponsors, Sarah Jenkins from Property Executives Realty, we have about, I don't know, maybe close to 39 of these at the house from the girls just leaving them, and
Yeah.
Water bottles?
it's sort of like a Tupperware drawer.
Sure.
And you can't find half of the tops, all of them.
And
Just
for those that can't see, Greg is referencing a water bottle.
and it's a pink one.
It's a bright
And it's
Water
dented.
bottle?
Somebody
Water
must have
bottle.
ran it over
Yeah.
or something. I don't know. But I did have a Sarah Jenkins. I don't know where I got it, but I have a Sarah Jenkins Property Executives Realty water bottle. But it was in the dishwasher and wasn't. And I was about to grab it, but it wasn't cleaned yet.
Ah,
So we'll have that. We'll have that for the next game.
okay. Got to support those sponsors.
Well, I'll bring a Johnny's mug.
Okay.
Better be full.
Is
Dave.
that just a Busch Light?
Oh,
Well, they're tubular and round. I suppose you could put whatever you want in them.
Yeah, you sure could.
Brenna Oberly gets that little change up across for strike 1.
Tubular and
Jared
round.
Hines would
I
come
like
up
that.
on one of them.
Ava Larson squares that one up, but pops it up to center. And Carly Meyer is underneath that one for the first out of the inning.
She made that look pretty easy out there in center field.
Number 10, Kaylee Barris.
Yeah, there's probably if you're a Wildcat hitter and you can hit it probably anywhere but center field, you're probably
would agree,
wise
yeah.
to do so. Carly Meyer looks like she runs about a 4.4 40-yard dash out there.
She reminds me a lot of Lily Burke playing center
Yeah.
field, covered
Yeah.
all that ground and got a cannon for an arm.
Yeah, Carly Meyer, just a junior. Kaylee Barris at the plate now for the Wildcats. She grounded out to
That's
third
good
of the
job.
first inning.
Oh,
And what a play in left field by
Oh, man,
Kalia
got a cannon
Kemp,
for an
a
arm.
diving catch. Yeah, Carly Meyer
To
just
retire
a junior. Barris for the second out of the inning.
That was a heck of a
Kaylee Barris
That
at
was
the
a
plate
really
now
good
for the
catch,
Wildcats. She
She
grounded
played
out
that
to
very
third
good
of
job.
the first inning.
Oh.
And what a play in left field.
I said, yeah, it's dropping.
I was just about ready to say we deserve one of those.
The Wildcats have squared up 2 pitches from Oberle here in the bottom of the third. There's the third.
That one's
And
dropping.
that one's good for a base hit. Brenna Clifton made a great catch in right field in the top of 3, and in the bottom of the third, a sharp single to left.
Now batting for the Wildcats, the
It all
second
starts with
baseman,
2.
Yeah.
number 2,
Gotta have a little spark.
Hudson Walker.
Next up for the Wildcats, the second baseman, Hudson Walker, with 2 down and Clifton on first. Oberle throws that one just a little bit outside, ball 1. Boy, that thunderstorm that happened on, I guess it was was it early Sunday morning or early Monday?
Oh, what a glove.
There's a sharp opposite field hit right down the line.
Bianca.
That was a heck of a
snag.
play, too.
Yeah, Bianca Nemero got that one, stepped on first, and that will retire the Wildcats in the bottom of the third. 3U if you're scoring at home, Chantel.
Is that unassisted? 3U?
3U unassisted. We're going to head to the top of the 4th. Score still tied at 3 apiece. And Steve, if you want to say thanks to some sponsors, have at it.
Supporting our broadcast of today's game. Johnny's Bar in downtown River Falls is a proud supporter of Wildcat softball. Looking for your new favorite hangout? Come on down to Johnny's Bar, where good friends, cold drinks, and great times go hand in hand. When life throws you a curve, whether it's a fender bender, a hailstorm, or a new home adventure, you need someone who's got your back. You can trust Jared Hines and his team at American Family Insurance in downtown Ellsworth. Accidents happen, and when they do, call Jared and protect your crash with the stash. Looking to move in or
We're back.
Shoot. Carly Meyer's up again.
And she's
All right.
up again.
Yeah, once again, thanks
don't
to
need
our
That was quick.
River Falls softball partners. Here in the top of the 4th inning, leading off for the Raiders and the leadoff position, the center fielder, Carly Meyer. She walked and scored in the first and singled in the second. She's been up every inning so far.
She is a tough out. That is for sure.
She scored 10 runs on the season in just 5 games. And if you do your Meyer Middle School math on that, that's 2 runs a game, Chantel. Aderman gets a strike
Nice
on the
pitch.
outside part of the plate.
I'd stay there with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's walked 5. Meyer's walked 5 times this year, but she also has 8 hits. So she's been on the base paths every game. Hudson Raiders 2-3 on the season. But they got a win over perennial power Chippewa Falls, 11-5 earlier last week.
Yeah, that's a big win against Chippewa.
They got a loss to Mosinee, DC Everest, and then also the other game they played Chip. Have wins over Ellsworth. And Aderman gets Carly Meyer looking. That's a big out number
take
1
that.
for the Wildcats.
Next up for the Raiders, the shortstop, number 16, Allison Dombrowski.
What I'd say Carly Meyer took a professional approach to that too, because she didn't think that was a strike. But she didn't, didn't even question it. She just went right over to the dugout. That was impressive.
Well, Audrey Aderman's nicknamed the Suit because she's all business, and Carly Meyer was all business on that walk back to the dugout. Tip your cap to her on that. Allie Dombrowski now at the plate for the Raiders. The shortstop singled and scored in the first and singled in the second. Aderman pumping strikes on the outside part of the plate here in inning number 4. Dombrowski, just a sophomore for head coach Brian Schwab. We're going to be saying her name for the next couple of years for sure.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think she's the daughter of Chuck Dombrowski. He was the president of the Youth Association in Hudson there. I could be wrong, but it's not a real common name.
You know Carly Meyer is going to the U of M next year?
2 years from now.
2 years
Yeah,
from now,
she's a
yes.
junior.
Sorry,
Yeah, I
she's
thought
a
she was
junior,
committed
yes.
already.
She's committed to the U, so she will be
That's
playing
pretty
softball
impressive to be
Minnesota.
committed to UM before you even go into your
As a-
junior year.
Yeah.
Oh, she's good. There's
Yeah,
no
she's a
question
very
about it.
solid softball player.
2-2 the count. And Dombrowski goes down swinging. Aderman is humming some fastballs in here today.
Would you say she's in fuego?
I was just going to say, dare I say en fuego?
Oh, sorry.
I was just
stole that
about
from
to,
you.
oh my gosh. I was going to.
With 2 down, it brings up the number 3 hitter, pitcher Brenna Oberle. Oberle walked in the first and hit into a 1-2-3 double play in the second. She takes that one just a bit inside. She tried the corner and missed, Chantel.
Try to sneak one by her.
Chantel, who is your favorite, we'll say baseball, but I mean, if you have a softball one, that's fine, but your favorite play-by-play announcer of all time?
Oh, goodness.
Well, I guess we'll do any sport.
Any sport? Well, I'm a big Holly Rowe fan.
Okay. Holly's been all over the
She has.
college basketball
Yep.
and WNBA.
She's a wonderful, wonderful woman.
I was actually hoping for the Minnesota Lynx to trade some future picks and move up and get. I thought they could get Gabriela Yaquez from UCLA like
She's
later
so
later in the first,
Yeah.
like maybe at the end of the first round, and she went 4th overall.
Yeah.
So I think some of those other GMs saw the same thing I did. Out
Yeah,
of her.
she's a ball player. She plays softball too, I think, for
She
UCLA.
does. She plays
Basketball
softball,
and softball.
which you
Yep.
don't see that too often.
There's 2 dual sport athletes on that UCLA basketball soccer.
Oberle
team.
lofts that one up to right, and that's a can of corn for Brenna Clifton in right field.
That's a huge
That's a
inning.
big
Yeah.
inning.
Top of the order.
The
and-
Raiders go down 1-2-3 in the top of the 4th. A backwards K to Meyer, a strikeout to Dombrowski, and a harmless fly ball from Oberle. Head to the bottom of the 4th. Tie score 3-3 and due up. Pellinger, Cook, and Caitlin Moe.
All right, I'm going to finish up the sponsors here, Greg.
Connect with Sarah Jenkins and Property Executives Realty, your hometown expert. Visit sarahjenkins.com today and let Sarah help you find your way home. Allie and the Massa Mortgage team is your trusted partner in navigating the complex world of home financing. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, looking to refinance, or navigating a complex financial situation, Allie's team is here to guide you every step of the way. River City Stitch offers premium on-site custom embroidery, screen printing, promotional items, and graphic design services in River Falls and Prescott. A proud supporter of Wildcat softball and sponsor of the River City Stitch Baller of the Game, you can trust Callie and her team for all your promotional needs.
Yeah, we got
River
plenty of ball
Falls.
left.
Okay, we are back.
A few ladybugs rolling around in here. I'll tell you what, I had a ladybug bite me the other day. Gee, holy ladybug.
Leading off for the Wildcats here in the bottom of the 4th inning, the designated player, Danny Pellinger. Pellinger walked and scored
Nice.
in
Hey,
the
there
second
it is.
and hits
That
an
dropped.
absolute rip to right field, and Pellinger on first with a single. I don't know if that was if the wind blew so hard because Pellinger absolutely ripped one, and the follow through on the swing knocked our pages on the ground. With Pellinger on first, it brings up Kenna Cook to the plate. She hit a 2-run homer in the second inning. Kenna Cook was just 0 for 3 on the season before that. So her first hit of the 2026 year was a bomb.
Nothing like a leadoff bomb, huh?
Pretty good, a home run for your first hit when you're only 0 for 3 makes your slugging percentage
Go
pretty
way
solid
up.
too.
Yeah. I can see what it is here.
That changeup, right? And you know, home plate umpire Jim Still, he has been calling him right at the letters. He called a third strike, letter strike on the Raiders, and he did the same thing to Kenna Cook. So Kenna Cook with a backwards K. Pellinger still on first. 1 down, and center fielder Caitlin Moe is at the plate.
Got a kind of a late start there. She's lucky to get in. That
Yeah,
ball
Pellinger
was
had a little
bobbled.
delayed steal.
Yep.
She's safe at second, so Pellinger in scoring position for number 9 hitter, center fielder Caitlin Moe.
I'd like to see Mo get into one of
Moe hitting .417 on the year, so probably one of your better
due.
number 9 hole hitters in the BRC.
She's due for one.
That one, that wild pitch is going to allow Pellinger to scamper over to third.
No, he's got to hit the ball.
We haven't faced many pitchers this year that have had as many wild pitches. We have taken advantage of that, which is really nice to see.
It's the balls and strikes.
I got 2-0
2-0?
on Game Changer.
2-0 the count. Moe, short
yeah.
shot to second base, gets through the legs of
Right.
Breslin Mills, and that will score Pellinger.
She cracked that one.
Yeah, that's a hard hit ball.
Wildcat, the catcher, number 34, Reagan.
Back to the top of the order.
So after the sharp, we're going to give an error to Mills at second, but it was a sharp ground ball. Moe is on first. That will score Danny Pellinger, so Wildcats take a 4-3 lead, and we're back to the top of the lineup. And catcher Reagan, sure, she
Simo
takes that
takes
one off the
off.
plate. Ball one,
There
and
we go.
Caitlin Moe swipes second.
so Caitlin Moe in scoring position for the Wildcats. Reagan Sure singled in the first and walked in the second. She's reached base twice so far today. Ground ball to short. Allie Dombrowski looks Moe back to second, fires the first for the second out of the inning.
Dombrowski did a really nice job of holding the runner on that.
That's
Super confident. She held her there the whole time. She knew she had time to make the play at
yep,
first.
that was a very solid play there.
Mo Kibble has some salsa music, walk-up music.
I'll take that.
Mo's got
Yeah,
lot
she's
of
a great
music.
shortstop. She's fun to watch.
Mo Kibble reached on an error in the first and struck out looking in the second. She's 0 for 2. Caitlin Moe on second. Mo Kibble at the plate. And Brenna Oberle in the circle. That's an absolute frozen rope, but it was right at Dombrowski, and she hauls that in for the third out of the inning. Mo Kibble hit it well, but
That's that power you were talking about, huh?
Yeah, we'll take that.
Unleash that. It's tough when you hit them right at them, though.
Wildcats with 3 hard hit balls in the bottom of the fourth. Pellinger spanked that one to right down the line for a single. Caitlin Moe, sharp hit to second, but kind of booted there
Too
by
hot to handle.
Breslin Mills, and then Mo Kibble hit that one right on the button, but right at Dombrowski for out number 3. One run and throwing gas, but pitching just a smart game so far. She's throwing the right pitches at the right time.
Hitting her spots well.
Hitting her spots very well.
Yeah, we had some nice plays in the field, too. Yeah, Brenna Clifton
100%.
made a couple nice plays out there.
100%.
The first baseman, number 13, Bianca Nemero.
So leading off for the Raiders in the top of the 5th, the first baseman, Bianca Nemero. She fouled out to the first baseman in the first and struck out looking in the second. She's 0 for 2. Kind of reached for that one. Fouled that one off straight back. 0-1 the count.
And Paul, when you talk about defensively playing clean ball, this is probably one of the best defensive years we've had in a very long time. In so many years, we've always had like 1 or 2 positions where we've had holes here, holes there, and we've kind of had to force girls to play positions.
That one lofted to deep right field, and Brenna Clifton is hovering under that.
But this year, we have a solid 9 out there, no doubt.
Yeah,
and
it
it's
sure seems like
beautiful
it.
to see. Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree.
Greg, how much water covers the earth?
75%.
I think the other 25% is covered by Brenna Clifton.
Yeah. That's a good call. Brenna Clifton, minus the 2 strikeouts from Aderman, has had the last 3 putouts for the Wildcats.
She covers a lot of ground out there. She does really well.
Yeah, I've said it before, but her aggressiveness this year compared to past years is really shown.
Second baseman Breslin Mills at the
That's a
plate for the
beautiful
Raiders,
pitch.
and Aderman gets that strike across to even up the count at 1 apiece. 1 down here in the top of the 5th inning. Wildcats up 4-3. Great ball game so far today.
This is fun.
Aderman pumping strikes on the outside part of the plate.
She must have really had that KSA going before this.
Aderman takes the sign from Schurz, rocks and delivers.
There it is.
There's an
There's another
outstanding
huge
pitch
strikeout.
right on the outside part of the plate. And Breslin Mills goes down swinging for out number 2 in the top of the 5th.
She is in the zone.
Aderman with 3 strikeouts in the last 5 batters. Left fielder Kalia Kemp at the plate for the Raiders.
Yep.
Aderman gets that one on the out. She is living on the outside part of the plate today.
Is it fair to say that Audrey has a command of the strike zone today?
She does at that, Mr. Pellinger.
Okay.
Kalia Kemp, the number 6 hitter in the lineup for the Raiders.
She is in charge.
Yeah, I don't know that that's something that she probably specialized in the years past where she made adjustments to what the umpire was calling. So this is fun to see.
The 1-1 pitch to Kemp is fouled off, strike 2.
And I think Coach Schurz is doing a good job of not just having her throw to that one spot that's working every time. He's still throwing in a little something
Mixing things
different.
up,
That
making them think up there in the box.
Kemp singled in the first and flew out to center in the third. She's batting .462 on the season. That changeup just a little high.
Oh, I like that.
That's a good pitch right there. It was the right call, but I'm just saying.
Yeah,
it was a
beautiful
good
pitch. Yeah.
Good pitch from.
That's
to
tough
throw
to
at
lay
that
off
point in
that
the
as a
count.
hitter with that count, especially.
Kemp fouls that one over into the junior varsity baseball field.
What do you think the over/under is here today for how many times people will yell heads up?
I'm going to say 8. I looked at it on the Vegas line. It was 8 today.
It was 8.
I'll take the over.
Aderman with the dandy changeup, and Kemp goes down swinging. Audra Aderman is putting on a pitching clinic today here at the Peg Aderman Field on the campus of River Falls High School. 1, 2, 3 in the top of the 5th for the Wildcats. And we head to the bottom of the 5th. Due up for River Falls, Ava Larson,
now?
Kaylee Barris, and Brenna Clifton. 3,
Well, I
4,
can't do it
5
right now,
in the
but I
order.
can do it.
Like for
Yep.
This will
Like
be a
today, you're
really
saying?
big time
I can't
to
do
be
it
able
today
to
because
Okay.
I've got to put it on the card.
break
Oh,
out
got it.
and get
But-
a little insurance.
no, I got it. Yep.
Because I could
Just
I
in
could
the
only get the
momentum,
2. I only put the 2
we're
pictures
right
on the
there. We
seniors
just gotta
and the
get a
full
little
team.
more-
Got it.
a little more insurance and keep the momentum going.
So to do that, you just go to who's that other one? So I have overlays, and then I can also do put a screen image on. So like now I can.
Tegan Kavan.
Ava Larson.
Well, starting off the bottom of the 5th as assistant coach Ryan Schurz hustles over to the first base coaching box. The shortstop, Ava Larson. Larson walked in the first and flew out to deep center in the third. She's 0 for 1 on the afternoon.
Oh, that's cool.
Larson leading the Wildcats in hitting. She's batting .429 with 5 RBI and 2 home runs. That changeup, Larson just a
Oh,
bit
the
out in
knuckler
front.
Looked like a knuckle change. That was
Runs the count to 0-2.
kind of
That
moving
was
there. It was spinning.
that was a solid changeup
Yeah.
from Oberle.
I'll have to send you a picture to do a side-by-side of Audra and Texas pitcher Tegan Kavan.
Oh yeah,
They are. Audra's like her doppelganger.
they are.
And it like how Audra is just like straight emotion, like you said, all business. That's how she is. She just takes her mask off and walks right to the dugout after her big strikeout. It's fun.
I saw on Instagram earlier today that they had a pitching clinic. Is it Montana Fouts?
Yeah.
And then I didn't see the other. It was in Oklahoma. I think they're done, but
Is it Candace?
anyway, they're having a pitching
So,
clinic in
in
the
Minnesota
Twin
somewhere, yeah.
Cities.
Oh, she has
There's
glasses.
a
I can picture her. But
lofted to left. Larson hit it well, but right at Kalia Kemp in left field,
Heading for the
and
Wildcats, The first baseman,
Kim's got a great
number
first
10,
step on those.
Yeah.
She is moving as soon as it's hit.
Yeah. Larson hit it well, but out number 1 for the Wildcats, and now batting the first baseman, Kaylee Barris. Barris grounded out to third in the first and flew out to left in the third. And she hits a sharp ground ball to short. And good solid play by Allie Dombrowski at
Now batting for the
the
Wildcats,
shortstop position for the Raiders.
fielder number 8, Brenna Clifton.
Now batting for the Wildcats with 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. The right fielder, Brenna Clifton, she struck out in the first and singled in the third. She's 1 for 2. Takes a rip at that one, fouls it straight back off the fence, right into Goick's glove, but strike 1.
Looks like our red hot JV team is putting on a clinic over there. It's 12-3. Wildcats are
boy.
up against the
Boy, the
Raiders.
JVers are, boy, they are hitting the ball this
Yeah.
year. Good gracious.
Coach Sharon Gullickson should be very happy with that
Who's
squad.
the hitting coach over there?
They've had outstanding pitching, too.
Yeah.
And I know they've used at least 3 different
Oh, for
pitchers.
sure. Yeah. Kylan,
and I don't know this for
Harper,
sure, but is
Audie.
Kylan Larson a pretty solid pitcher?
She pitched
Yeah.
she was the baller of the game last week.
Okay,
she had
yeah.
12
12 strikeouts, I
strikeouts.
think.
Yeah.
She's got a pitcher's
Yep.
frame.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Harper Schurz had a great game over
She had
there.
10
12,
strikeouts.
10
Autumn
strikeouts,
Schultz.
yeah. And Autumn Schultz also first week was baller of the game with a lot of strikeouts too.
Lofted to first, kind of right off the end of the bat a little bit, and Bianca Nimero corralled that one for out number 3. Wildcats go quietly in the bottom of the 5th, 1-2-3. We'll head to the top of the 6th. This game started out a little slow. It was runners all over the base paths, but Overly and Aderman have locked and loaded from the circle.
Couple
and
1, 2, 3 innings.
Yep. Get some sponsors in here, Greg.
Wildcat Softball would like to thank the following sponsors for supporting our broadcast of today's game. Johnny's Bar in downtown River Falls is a proud supporter of Wildcat Softball. Looking for your new favorite hangout? Come on down to Johnny's Bar, where good friends, cold drinks, and great times go hand in hand. When life throws you a curve, whether it's a fender bender, a hailstorm, or a new home adventure, you need someone who's got your back. You can trust Jared Hines and his team at American Family Insurance in downtown Ellsworth. Accidents happen, and when they do, call Jared and protect your crash with the stash. Looking to move in?
Last game, I think.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the
Oh,
Schurz talking to the umpire.
Paige Aderman now leading off the top of the 6th for the Raiders. She lined out to third in the first inning and singled in the third. She's 1 for 2. Aderman has retired the last 8 Raider batters. 4 via strikeout and 3 via fly balls to Brenna Clifton in right field. Paige is gonna shed a little. Did she have that on her ankle, like a
I think it was the elbow guard.
or
Wasn't it?
elbow guard? Okay. Sort of a soft fly ball to Ava Larson at short, and Larson retires Adrian for out number 1 in the top of the 6th.
Except for the Raiders, the designated
Game Changer says that Aderman has faced 25 batters, and out of 86 pitches, 55 of them has been for strikes.
Oh, nice.
Now batting for
That's a
the
good
Raiders, the
solid day
designated
there.
player, Alex Hubble. Hubble grounded out to third in the first inning, and she reached on a fielder's choice in the third. She's 0 for 2. 0-1 the count. Aderman rocks and delivers. Gets that one high, evens up the count at 1 apiece.
I feel like our group out there in left field has moved shifted a little.
I was
We're-
actually going to say that the non-joiners they're getting closer to joining.
They're like
They're,
closer,
they're,
yeah,
they're
inching a
inching
little
their
bit,
way
little
back
bit.
they're inching their way
Little
back to
bit.
joining the rest of us.
Maybe by May
Sure.
they'll be over here.
It could be on the third baseline,
Yeah.
you know, in a week or two, and then over here by.
We have a lot of fun over here. I don't know why they
we
wouldn't
go.
want to.
And it's sure fun watching Aderman shoot strikes right on the outside part of the plate. She evens up the count at 2 apiece. 1 down here in the top of the 6th. Hubble at the plate for Hudson. There's a ground ball to Larson. Fields it cleanly, throws over to Barris at first for out number 2. Solid play by number 14, senior Ava Larson.
I'd say that was a pretty big moment for Audra. You know, she was behind quite a bit in that and battled her way back.
Yeah.
With 2 down and nobody on, it brings up the catcher, Zoe Gullick. Gullick singled in the 2nd and flew out to Brenna Clifton in the 3rd. She's 1 for 2. She lofts that one straight up. Hudson Walker calls everybody off and corrals it. Hudson Walker sporting some blonde hair now.
Well, her mom changed her hair. Hudson changed hers too.
Yeah. And the Raiders go quietly in the top of the 6th, 1, 2, 3.
And I'd say one thing I saw right there that I haven't seen over the years as much. She totally called that pop. She called that out.
Oh,
Right
Audra,
off the bat.
Right away.
Audra was walking to the.
Yep.
She was walking the dugout already. That's not my ball. You go get that. I
This,
did my job. Now you do your
This
job.
is a pivotal bottom of the 6th for the Wildcats here because they're up a run. Browski and Oberly 1, 2, 3 in the order. So it'd be nice to, if you're a Wildcat fan, to have a run or two just to give a little bit of cushion.
Well, and I could be wrong on this. I looked on Game Changer. I think when they played Chippewa, I think they were actually behind in the 6th or 7th and scored about 7 runs.
Yeah.
So they're not afraid to, they're not going to be saying we can't score.
The other thing too, the Raiders are averaging just under 8 runs per game on the year, and they're sitting at 3, so they're 5 runs below their per game average.
I wish you wouldn't have brought that up.
I would say Audra Aderman has something to do with that, though, Greg.
I do. I would
The way
I would
she's
agree with you
throwing
100%
gas
on that.
today.
Yep.
Leading off the bottom of the 6th for your Wildcats, the second baseman, Hudson Walker. They call her Hubs. She's sporting a new hairdo. That pitch from overly low, Coach Fletcher just telling Hudson Walker hit that one on the button, but it was ricocheted off Oberly's glove.
That was a
She was
good
lucky
hit.
to get a
And
glove on that.
second
but
baseman.
saved it.
Yeah, Breslin
Hit
Mills
there.
made the play. So if you're scoring at home, 1-4-3 ground out.
Paul's giving her half a hit on that one.
Yeah, Hudson Walker
0.5.
squared that one up, hit it
Yeah.
well, but 1 up, 1 down for the Raiders. Now batting the designated player, number 24, junior Danny Pellinger. She takes that changeup kind of low and at the knees. Pellinger walked and scored in the 2nd inning. She singled and scored in the 4th. She's 1 for 1 with 2 runs scored today. Huge lift from the 7th spot in the lineup.
Yes, a couple of words that I would use to describe Danny are just like that clutch and consistency, man. She's just solid, consistent at the plate.
And Danny Pellinger has been a hit machine of late for Coach Fletcher and the Wildcats. Pellinger on first, and Kenna Cook at the plate for the Wildcats.
2 in a day would be big.
Yeah.
Kenna Cook hit a 2-run homer in the 2nd and struck out looking in the 4th. She squares around to bunt. So I think Coach Fletcher is looking for a repeat performance. So Kenna Cook missed a bunt, fouled
The
it
first
off.
at bat, yeah.
Ended up having to swing away, and she deposited over the non-joiners out in left field.
I like that call, though.
Yeah.
Get that runner over on second.
Yeah.
Pellinger ended up stealing second last at bat. That was a good swing from Cook, but she fouled that over in the JV baseball section. We're at number 6 on the over-under for foul balls in the adjacent fields.
And if you look at Kenna Cook, there's really not much to her. So she.
Oh.
That one a little high at the letters. And Kenna Cook takes that one looking for strike number 3, so 2
I'd
down.
have told her to take that one all day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
absolutely.
is Caitlin
That
Moe's
was
time
high.
to shine right here.
She's due.
Yep.
Yep.
Caitlin Moe struck out in the second and reached on an error in the fourth, 0 for 2, but that error she hit in the fourth
Nice.
was right up
We'll
the...
take that. Get through.
Yeah, and there's your law of averages right there, Paul.
Yep.
She absolutely hit one on the button in the fourth, but was was an error. And then that one was a little C&I single right up the middle. Caitlin Moe 1 for 3 on the afternoon. And
Little Sure's magic here, Chantel.
She
Sure's
moves
magic.
Pellinger over to second, so 2 runners on, 2 outs. Bottom of 6, Wildcats up 4-3. And we're back to the leadoff. And catcher Reagan Shears. Shears singled in the first, walked in the second, and grounded out to short in the
Yes,
fourth.
wow.
And
Man,
she
did she lace
put it
that.
right into that one, but
It's a long
foul
strike.
ball.
Coach Dad just says, hey, just put it up the middle next time, Reagan.
Or that gap between center and
Left, yeah.
left. That'd be
Or
nice.
right. Give them
Okay,
big gaps.
either way.
But they got a fast center fielder.
Yeah.
Oberly with the pitch, low and outside, and Danny Pellinger's going to
Speed
swipe
on
third.
2 there. Look at her go.
That was a sweet read by Danny.
That was perfectly
that
read.
ball was not that far from
No.
the catcher, and as soon as it hit, she saw it going low. That's coaching, and then listening to your coach.
Heads up base running,
Yes.
too. So heads up base running for Danny Pellinger. She's at third. Caitlin Moe's at second. Shears in the box. Shears hits a bullet to short.
Yes.
That would have been a tough play regardless. I'm going to give Shears a hit. I don't
Yeah,
think
I think
Dombrowski
you're right.
would have made that play. So an RBI single for Shears. That scores Pellinger, and that is just what the doctor ordered if you're a Wildcat fan.
Come on, Mo Kibble.
That play would have been a too tough of a play for Dombrowski to make deep in the hole. So Wildcats take a 5-3 lead. Runners on the corners for third baseman, senior Mo Kibble. Kibble takes a strike on the outside part of the plate.
I'd be surprised if
They
Shears
throw it
is
down.
not moving on this.
Both pitchers today, Paul, have been doing a very, very good job of going inside, outside. You
Yeah,
know.
I would agree, Greg.
0-1 the count to Kibble.
Runners going.
They throw down to second, and they're going to get her.
No. Yep.
Yeah,
They did.
that's a solid play from Raider catcher
They were
Zoe
going for her
Gullick.
the whole time.
She shoots Reagan Shears at second for the third out of the inning. But not a bad call there, though. I mean, with 2 down, you get something going, and you overthrow second, and you got another run. And
Yeah, oh no, I wasn't against it at all.
yeah.
At the end of 6, the Wildcats lead
Let's
the
finish
Raiders
these sponsors.
5-3.
Yeah, hit the sponsors.
So we head to
Or move up? Connect with Sarah Jenkins and Property Executives Realty, your hometown expert. Visit sarahjenkins.com today and let Sarah help you find your way home. Allie and the Massa Mortgage team is your trusted partner in navigating the complex world of home financing. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, looking to refinance, or navigating a complex financial situation, Allie's team is here to guide you every step of the way. River City Stitch offers premium on-site custom embroidery, screen printing, promotional items, and graphic design services in River Falls and Prescott. A proud supporter of Wildcat softball and sponsor of the River City Stitch Baller of the Game, you can trust Callie and her team for all your promotional needs. River Falls.
All right, we are back.
Well, the Wildcats had 1-2. They had 3 hits in the bottom of the 6th, and they scored 1 run, left 2 on base. So it's 5-3 as we head to the top of the 7th. And the Raiders have 1, 2, 3 up, and Carly Murphy, Allie Dombrowski, and Brenna Oberly. Meyer she walked and scored in the first, singled in the second, and struck out looking in the fourth. She is 1 for 2. Meyer headed to the University of Minnesota Golden Gophers, but that won't be for 2 years. She's just a junior. Aderman checks her sign from Schurz and delivers.
Heads up.
That's foul ball number 7 over into the JV baseball field today.
Cats just need to come out here with the confidence and the poise that they've had all game today and just keep playing their game.
Well, the suit's all business in the circle today for the Wildcats.
It's been a strike all day.
Yeah, it has been a strike all day. Yep.
2-1 the count for the suit, Audra Aderman. Just 2 walks on the afternoon, and those were to the first and third batter of the game. Hasn't walked a batter yet since. 5 strikeouts on the afternoon. Aderman has retired the last 11 Raiders.
Oh, nice.
There's a fly ball high and deep. Oh, excuse me. Just a second base. Boy, right when I was trying to find that out in center and right center, but that was a fly ball to the second baseman, Hudson Walker.
Well, we know Brenda Clifton would have caught it too.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah,
didn't
off
get
the
that
bat,
far.
I thought that was going to right center. But it was a fly ball to Hudson Walker for out number 1, and it brings up the shortstop, sophomore Allie Dombrowski. She singled and scored in the first, singled in the second, and struck out in the fourth. She is 2 for 3 on the afternoon.
That first out is a tough one to get, so that was huge, big first out there. Now you can take a breath.
That's a sweet
Aderman with an outstanding
she's moving
changeup
that
right
ball.
off
Woo!
the plate. That thing moved about 6-7 inches. 0-2 the count to Dombrowski.
There's my middle school.
Checks her sign from Schurz and delivers. There's a hot shot to Hudson Walker. And Walker corrals that line drive for out number 2. Right place, right time for Hubs, Hudson Walker. 2 F4s in a row if you're scoring at home. And pitcher Brenna Oberly at the plate with 2 down here in the top of the 7th. Aderman looking to close out a dandy.
That's a
Oberly
smart
thought
first
about it.
pitch.
Yeah,
well,
she's looking to hit,
everybody,
too. Yeah, she almost-
everybody's
Oberly-
been real jumpy on that
Oberly wanted that one.
first pitch, so that's a good pitch, good spot for her. Make him chase that
Oberly
rise.
walked in the first, hit into a 1-2-3 double play in the second.
Ooh.
Flied out to Cook in the fourth. She is 0 for 2.
Couldn't lay off it 2 times in a row.
No.
That's for sure.
She takes a big hack at it.
Yeah, she
Holy
does.
cow. If I swung that out, I'd get the chiropractor later this evening.
Oberly batting .625 coming into today. 10 for 16 on the season. She lofts that one over.
Hubs
and
takes all 3.
Hudson Walker is going to hold a
Yeah.
record held by many with 3 straight putouts in the top of the 7th. Wildcat pitcher, the suit, Audra Aderman, pitches an absolute dandy. She had 5 strikeouts today, just 2 walks, and those were 2 in the very first 3 batters of the game. Aderman gets the win on the rubber for the Wildcats, and the Wildcats improved to 4-2. And they improved to 2-1 in BRC conference play. The Raiders dropped to 1-2 in conference and 2-4 overall. Stick around, we're gonna run our sponsors. We'll be right back with
what I
some
say, but-
River City Stitch ballers of the game. And we'll have that for you in just a few minutes after the coaches are done talking to the players.
Johnny's Bar in downtown River Falls is a proud supporter of Wildcat softball. Looking for your new favorite hangout? Come on down to Johnny's Bar, where good friends, cold drinks, and great times go hand in hand. When life throws you a curve, whether it's a fender bender, a hailstorm, or a new home adventure, you need someone who's got your back. You can trust Jared Hines and his team at American Family Insurance in downtown Ellsworth. Accidents happen, and when they do, call Jared and protect your crash with the stash. Looking to move in or move up? Connect with Sarah Jenkins and Property Executives Realty, your hometown expert. Visit sarahjenkins.com today and let Sarah help you find your way home. Allie and the Massa Mortgage team is your trusted partner in navigating the complex world of home financing. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, looking to refinance, or navigating a complex financial situation, Allie's team is here to guide you every step of the way. River City Stitch offers premium on-site custom embroidery, screen printing, promotional items, and graphic design services in River Falls and Prescott. A proud supporter of Wildcat softball and sponsor of the River City Stitch Baller of the Game, you can trust Callie and her team for all your promotional needs. River Falls.
All right, we are back.
All right, so
And your final score is
she
River
was
Falls Wildcats 5, Hudson Raiders
for
3. We're just
Hey, Greg, while you're
going over
talking,
our
can I take this just
River
for a
City
second?
Stitch Baller of the
I
Game.
just got done sending a text to David Cheryl Dinteman down at Johnny's. Since I was president of the youth softball, I would always say, when we win against Hudson, not if, when we win against Hudson, we're going to Johnny's. So, River City Kitty faithful, we'll see you at Johnny's.
Stood it
tonight.
right there.
Yeah.
All right, love you. That's a big win.
All right, well,
Yeah, Wildcats, it was an outstanding game today. Chantel Dulas is
Hey, buddy.
walking down to the field as we speak. The players
I can't tell you that.
are done with their meeting with the
She's
coaches.
wonderful.
Outstanding ball game today, Steve.
Yeah.
Wildcats are
Hudson.
victorious. The 2-1 in the conference, that was a big win today for them conference-wise. But outstanding day for Audrey Aderman on the mound. One of the better games I've seen her pitch. The ballers of the game today are Kenna Cook is going to get baller of the game for her big 2-run home run in the
first
second
home
inning
run as a varsity player, I believe.
that got the Wildcats
could be wrong, but-
on the board, or gave them the lead
Audrey
anyway.
Aderman.
Gave them the lead, and
SCA.
so Chantel Dulas is going to interview Hudson Walker
Forward a
and
little bit
McKenna
more?
Cook for the River City Stitch ballers of the game here. They're getting
Like we're real
lined up,
close there. Okay, he keeps telling us to go closer.
and
This
Chantel,
camera right here.
take it away.
We're facing here. All right. Hello, ladies. How are you? First of all, huge win against Hudson. That always feels good, right? Last time I think Hudson was 3 years ago. I want to say we were looking up stats. We didn't win last year. Yeah, your freshman year? Okay, so it's been a while. So congratulations. It's a huge win. Thought a baseball was coming at me there. Sorry. Kenna Cook, how does it feel to hit your first career home run? That thing was smoked. As soon as it went off the bat, we were all like, no doubter, right?
I thought they were.
Oh, sorry, hold on. How did it feel?
It was great. I thought they were going to catch it, so I was like slowing down, but then they didn't.
No, that was not catchable. That was way over. It was. So then you could just do your home run trot?
Yep.
Well, it was beautiful. Congratulations. You're due for that. I think going into that, you were 0 for 3 up to bat. So coming out clutch and just coming with that mindset of like, I'm a hitter and I can do this. Congratulations. I bet everybody was so happy. Your mom was so happy. And then Mama Jana Walker came over and handed her the game ball. So afterwards, you got to take a picture with that so we can put it on the page. So congratulations to you. First baller of the game, Kenna Cook, senior Kenna Cook. All right, then we got Hudson Walker. You had the last 4 putouts of this game, so all 3 in the 7th inning. You caught all of them, so that was really fun to see, right? How did it feel going into this game against Hudson?
I think we were all really confident. I think, yeah, we knew we were gonna be in the game.
Sorry, you could tell as soon as warm-ups hit, you guys just had this like calm, collected as a team. Like you came out here and felt good. Stripes, play good. Where's the post game? You guys go to McDonald's or Culver's or Chipotle or what are we doing?
No, probably Culver's.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Culver's.
It's usually that.
All right, well, go celebrate with your team. Congratulations, both of you. I'm gonna get a picture real quick before I leave, but all right, thank you. Where's the post game? You guys go to McDonald's or Culver's or Chipotle or what are we doing?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there was the thank you to Chantel Dulas and our River City Stitch ballers of the game, McKenna Cook and sophomore Hudson Walker. Hudson Walker had a rock star game in the field at second base, and Kenna Cook also played a good left field, but she had a big-time 2-run homer in the bottom of the second. That was her first Wildcat home run of her career and her first hit of 2026. And so a great ball game. Wildcats come up victorious, improved to 4-2 overall. 2-1 in the conference with a 5-3 win today, Paul. You've got your mic off. Steve, you got your mic on?
I got my mic on. Yeah, I'd say they were clicking on all facets of the game today.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, from pitching to fielding to hitting, they're a fun team to watch.
Well, and Audrey Aderman, she walked Carly Murphy to start off the game, and she came around and scored. And then she walked Brenna Oberly, the third batter of the game. Did not
clutch.
have a walk the rest of the game.
Yeah.
And then
Clutch.
she added 5, so she had 5 strikeouts after that. And then she retired from the bottom of the third inning. She retired 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. She retired 14 straight Hudson Raiders.
Yeah, and I'd say
to finish off the game.
And the biggest outs were that last inning. When
Yeah.
you think about it, she took down their top 1, 2, and 3 hitter.
Carly Murphy's going to be playing for the Gophers, in 2
D1,
years, and
right?
then she had a backwards canter, and then flew out to second on the top of the second or top of the seventh. So, great ball game for head coach Leah Fletcher and the Wildcats. They come up victorious with a 5-3 win. On Thursday, game time is 4:30, I believe.
Is it 4:30 or
and
5?
We'll
4:30, I think.
yeah,
4:30. Okay.
Either way, a slice at tune in at 4:30.